Hello and welcome to Synergy. And my name is Sandeep. And right now I have with me a versatile actress, an actress who I personally love to see on screen, on the big screen. And the problem is that, in the recent times, we did not really get to see as much of her as we expected on the big screen, especially in the Hindi mainstream repertoire. So let me begin with that very stance, Sonali. You are a fabulous actor. You look fabulous. You are effortless in whatever you do. Be it, I mean, in all the films that we've seen, Dil Chahta Hai, Pyar Tune Kya Kya, and then numerous other films that we've seen. What is that? I mean, why have been the makers of I mean, people who are in the decision making positions for that matter in the industry? Why have they not really considered you for, all the meaty, chunky roles that some of the actresses have been playing of late in the Hindi mainstream films? I mean, you have been doing phenomenal work in the Marathi sphere. But what about I mean, don't you think the Hindi audiences love you? I mean, don't they expect to see you on screen? I mean, I know for sure.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Sandeep, and thank you for the concern. I think this concern will be answered in the coming year, remaining 22 and the entire 23. I have about 8 releases lined up,
Wow, lovely,
and
lovely.
I in no time I will be able to dismiss the question that you are asking, but absolutely valid question. The thing is, Sandeep, my interests have been varied. I have chosen to do theater. I have
Ah,
chosen to do regional cinema and international cinema. So ideally, one would have liked to see a career which probably bloomed with Mission Kashmir, Pyar Tune Kya
yes,
Kiya, and
yes.
Dil Chahta Hai. Uh, one would have liked to maintain the same releases, same success in the Hindi film industry. My interests have taken me to Gujarati, to Tamil, to Telugu, to English films,
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
to doing
absolutely.
theater as well. So I write. I write. I'm a writer. I was a guest editor on Indian Express Lok Satta for 5 years,
Oh, wow,
and I
lovely.
have done some international projects as well. So when you want to do so much, and when your work takes makes you travel so much, there is going to be a gap in what you are. There is going to be a different track altogether.
Yes,
So
yes.
all I can say is that yes, I have not been on the express highway, but uh, I have been on the road less traveled, and the journey has been beautiful.
Wow, lovely. That's a very beautiful way to put it, actually, Sonali. And I hear you. I understand that completely. तो सोनाली मुझे एक और बात बताओ. अभी फिलहाल इतने सारे, I mean, the proliferations in the OTT platforms these days, be it Amazon Prime, Netflix, MX Player. I mean, there are so many Z5 and there are so many others that are actually coming up and going away in a few days again. So, do you think that the OTT space is actually kind of helped actors in a positive manner, actors who don't really get to express what they want to express perhaps on the big screen because of varied reasons. OTT wo karke de raha hai. OTT is actually well helpful in that sphere.
I absolutely agree with you, Sandeep. More than that, मुझे लग रहा है कि OTT has helped each and every person to feel heroic.
हाँ,
There was
बिल्कुल
a
बिल्कुल.
concept in our mind that the hero or a heroine has to be in a certain manner, or a hero should be as tall. He should be like this, she should be like that. All these concepts are getting broken to the root. OTT is making every person beautiful.
Right, right.
OTT is saying कि हाँ तुम दिखने में ऐसे हो, that's fine. If you look ordinary, you are our hero. So it is very important to the kind of requirements OTT has. If you see any OTT show, you will see the makeup is changing, hairstyles are changing, clothes are
Hmm.
changing. Clothes are very close to life.
Yes, yes, they are.
Costumes are becoming clothes. People are
Absolutely.
wearing normal clothes. There are no leather jackets anymore. There are
Yes, yes,
very few
yes.
sequined saris and sleeveless blouses. I mean, the glamour quotient is coming down dramatically.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I feel that OTT is offering us a slice of life where they are saying we all are the heroes of our own films. Everybody is everybody is the hero of their own life and the heroine of their own life. And this is the beauty of uh, Indian OTT culture in last 5 years, where writers are exploring our stories. There are stories which are about COVID. There are
Yes,
stories about uh, people who are in the city but who are facing complex relationships. So
yes, yes,
writers are
yes.
having a uh,
All.
writer. There is no dearth of subjects,
Yes, yes.
which is very good and which is very promising for the upcoming 10 years at least.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. अच्छा जो तुमने बीच में बोला that the fact that मतलब मैं कैसी भी दिखती हूँ मैं कैसा भी दिखता हूँ ODT case yourself up in a primary man. Do you think that is मतलब is the industry? I mean, I'm talking about the Bollywood space particularly. Is it only based on looks and the money? Because I've got a lot of friends. I'm a filmmaking student myself. I have done filmmaking from Satyajit Ray Film and Television Institute.
I've been to your
Film
institute,
direction.
Sandeep.
Okay, lovely. I have a lot of friends in the industry who are actually trying to, make a mark, perhaps, perhaps just create a foothold at this stage, at this juncture. They have been telling me that, in the industry, it's all about money. It's all about, मतलब एक छोटा सा भी ये बन रहा है फिल्म बन रहा है या गाना बन रहा है कुछ भी बन रहा है फॉर दैट मैटर एवरीबडी जितने जन भी है एवरीबडी तक मुझे कितना मिले मेरा कितना शेयर होगा मेरा कितना इज इट दैट
I actually didn't get the question.
Matlab, for instance, if a particular film is made, if it could just be a short, I mean, a small film for that matter, with no big faces, not any recognized, face for that matter, and they are actually making a film, and whoever is investing or perhaps, making the film for that matter, whoever are in that position, they kind of, matlab, state that, सबसे पहले मतलब instead of going into the creativity part of it and how the film should be made, how the script should be like, what the screenplay should be like, how the dialogues are there, and the costumes and everything for that matter. The creative part को छोड़ के they are more into कि मुझे कितना मिलेगा. They are into shares.
Okay. So just to answer this, I feel uh, मुझे कितना मिलेगा can be monetary also and credit wise also. And I like the selfishness every technician or any actor has.
Hmm.
Just that today people are becoming very selective because there is a lot of work pouring in India.
Hmm. Hmm.
For example, a person who cannot speak proper Hindi is getting a break as a lead character in one of the OTT shows, or a person who is Marathi is working in Telugu. We can see all the cross sections working with each other in India.
Yes,
They are
yes.
all getting fantastic roles and superlative money. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I feel it is their right to ask ki, what is my share in this? Only thing we are losing out is the innocence at times, which I doubt we will ever lose because we are uh, budding filmmakers. You are from SRFTI. I have gone to SRFTI for one of my
Yeah.
friends' diploma film. So we have makers coming up
Acha,
every
okay.
year, new makers coming up every year,
Yes,
who will
yes,
see
yes.
to it that the innocence or the originality is kept intact.
बरकरार रहे.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
I get that. I get that. But at the same time, don't you think that the creativity is also marred a little bit? मतलब सब अगर पैसे के पीछे भागते रहे. For instance, a filmmaker like Mr. Amol Palekar or Mr. Girish Karnad, for that matter, the people who you have worked with. I still remember watching Daira. Daira is again based on a wonderful, wonderful subject. I don't know why it's considered to be controversial. I don't understand this concept because when you talk about the world cinema, you have such films that I mean, Daira is not even close to. The subject is very huge. So you have a transvestite, falling in love with a girl who dresses up as a man because she was raped. So the subject matter is complexity personified. I wouldn't say it's controversial, but why do you think that the Indian theaters did not really run it?
Daira belonged to a different time, probably. It was made about 25 years back when I was
I
in.
know, but just imagine, even Ramtari Gangameli was made, I don't know how many years back, 30 years back.
Right.
People accepted it. Satyam Shivam Sundara was made, I don't know, 50 years, 60 years, 50 years back, 40 years back, and still people accepted it. I don't understand this concept. I mean, being a creative person myself, it really
I
frustrates me.
You are right, but at times I think that we have to stand by our project. Cannot say that I have made the film and now
Hmm.
it is up to the distributor, now it is up to the director, now it is up to the producer. It is up to each one of us. We have to take the onus and see to it. That is why acting is very simple at
Yeah.
times, because you work for that particular day in those particular scenes. But after one day's work is over and the 60 days work is over, to put it all together in a show or a film and to pull it through another 6 months for editing, background score, and to release the film in various film festivals and in front of the audiences in theaters is a big, big task. So I have
Yes.
highest regards for all the directors who who see to it that your project has seen the light of the
Day.
day. Yeah.
And let me tell you, you're looking very beautiful today.
Thank you, Sandeep.
And Mrs. Sunil Shetty is actually making a comeback after all of these years. And I was present. I mean, I spoke to him as well. He stated that he had done a few mistakes as far as his career choices have been concerned. All of that. How forget about all of that. But how do you think that? I mean, how was he while working with you? Did you share the screen? And even if it was for a brief moment, how did you kind of get along? What was all of that?
Sandeep, I want you to watch the show for sure.
Sure,
Please
sure,
watch the
absolutely,
show.
absolutely. मैं जरूर देखूंगा, मैं जरूर
Please.
देखूंगा.
So, I have
Absolutely.
worked with Sunil sir earlier. I knew him since ages, and we all know him as the warmest person
देखिए,
on the
because
set.
the IMDb rating of the show is 9.8 and 9.6, which is
Yes,
huge,
yes,
huge,
yes,
huge, huge.
yes.
It is very big. It is wonderful. So I will definitely watch it. I was supposed to review it also, but I couldn't find the time, which is why
But
I
no,
did not.
no. I understand, and we are spoiled for choice. So we have so many things to catch up that गड़बड़ हो
Yeah,
जाती है
yeah.
कभी कभी. But with Sunil sir, I'm extremely fond of him because we've worked with each other on डरना जरूरी है with Ram Gopal Verma sir decades back. It was a
Yes, yes,
fabulous
yes.
story,
Absolutely.
right? So I knew him since then, and the best part of having Anna on set is everybody is taken care of. He's so cool. He's not at all in a hurry. Everybody is composed. Nobody is tensed. He has that oozing, friendly vibe that just enjoy our work. Don't be in a
Yeah, yeah,
pressure कि
yeah.
मुझे मेरे lines याद होंगे कि नहीं. Don't worry कि मेरा close-up अच्छा हुआ कि नहीं. Director is there to guide you ना. So with Sunil sir, the contrary part was to fight with him on screen. He's such a lovable person, but to
He's a very
fight with
lovable
him
person.
on screen, and with Vivek, I must say, I have my maximum scenes with Vivek,
Yes, yes.
and I am very happy that I got to work with him. As I told in the press conference, that we have seen a Vivek who rides a bike on the favorite song of mine, "Oh Humdam
Yes,
Suniyo Re,"
yes.
and here we see him in Dharavi Bank as a committed police officer who's ready to expose all the dirt and violence. It was such a pleasure working with Vivek. Uh, his perfection, his focus, and his reacting to his performance is so much fun. I will always look forward working with these two gentlemen who
Actually,
are
actually,
such
artists,
powerhouse
good artists,
performers.
absolutely, good artists always look forward to perhaps if the opponent, if the person you're actually sharing the screen with, sharing the camera in with, or you're performing with, his reactions are exactly, I mean, the way you've expected, or perhaps even more than you've expected. The role automatically becomes easier for the person to kind of feel it and then perform it even better. That happens. Absolutely.
Absolutely, because they surprise you with their performance. You're not
Yes.
ready for you're not there to hear the lines. You are there to react to their performance.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they
Yes.
surprise you so much. And with Vivek, it was like Jugalbandi. Thanks to Samit
अच्छा,
because he was there to back us up. It was
आज
fun
देखे
doing
जरा
all the
किसमें
scenes with
कितना है
him.
दम.
बिल्कुल.
Okay. Sonali, मुझे एक बात बताओ. You have been a part of wonderful projects. प्यार तूने क्या किया happens to be one of my most favorite Hindi films. I mean, all-time favorites, along with the classics. I'm talking about Raj Kapoor and I'm talking about Guru Dutt or Kamal Amrohi for that matter. Your character in Pyar Tune Kya Kiya is the docile wife, a loving wife, who initially does not really suspect that the affair, I mean, husband is having an affair and all of that. And then gradually she comes face to face with the tormentor. You know, the subjects then, and these subjects now. That subject was again far ahead of its times, and the treatment especially, if not the subject, the treatment, the way the film was made, and the films now. The kind of direction then, the kind of brief that you used to get then, and the kind of brief that you get I used to getting right now. What is the difference?
I feel that as a society we are growing leaps and bounds. We are talking about equality in cities. We don't even consider each other whether we are a man or a woman. We consider each other equal. Many things have changed. I think the writing has changed.
Hmm.
The films are no more made when किसी एक औरत पे अत्याचार हुआ एंड नाउ शी इज उसे हमें उसके अन्याय के लिए हमें झगड़ना है. We have amazing stories. We have seen COVID times.
Hmm.
So I think we are as writers, people have so much freedom to explore. And India is a country which is filled with uh, diverse culture, languages,
Yes.
religions. So there are writers can explore as much as they want. So from the stereotypical storytelling, which I don't think Indian cinema was ever into, we are always a progressive society, and society's reflection
नहीं, पर
is
था थोड़ा बहुत तो स्टीरियोटाइपिंग था. मतलब फॉर इंस्टेंस अगर किसी को एक पर्टिकुलर रोल मिल जाता है तो उसी को, आई मीन, कितने सारे एक्टर्स भी ये बात बोले, एक्ट्रेस भी बोले. फॉर इंस्टेंस मंदाकिनी रिसेंटली एक इंटरव्यू में she was mostly Allah, I mean, asked to portray the same kind of role that she got in राम तेरी गंगा मैली, which is
लेकिन
why
मैं
she
ये
did not.
कंप्लेन नहीं कर सकती संदीप, क्योंकि मैं पहले मेरे मूवी में एक पेड़ थी, एक लड़की
You
हुई
have made
tree.
lovely choices. You have worked with
So
stalwart
it's
filmmakers, people who are visionaries. You're talking about
and
Girish Karnad. You started off with Girish Karnad, if I'm not wrong.
absolutely,
So
thank you for
that is
knowing
a
about
different
me.
school of films altogether. वो school, I'm not talking about the normal audience for films. I mean, obviously, जिसकी वजह से controversial. It is not a controversial subject. It is a very normal subject. We get to see those people. We meet those people on a regular basis in trains every day, for that matter. It's not a. It's just a normal film. A film is a film is a film. You have worked with a different crop of directors, different mindsets. So
True.
I'm not talking about that mindset at all. That is
But
an intellectual
I
mindset.
feel we have to take the onus of the choices that we make, because we were talking about stereotypes. We have to try and break that stereotypicalness.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
in any capacity, I'm an actor, so I'll try to fight it with my acting abilities or my choices
Yes.
that I make. Writers and directors have their own rights, so it is our responsibility to bring up new stories, fresh wave in the stories that we are telling.
Yes, absolutely. And do you think in the industry today, the pay parity thing, the pay disparity, the discrimination between ये हीरो है तो इसको ज्यादा chunky हीरो मिलेगा, ये हीरोइन है तो इसको ज्यादा, मतलब हीरो से कम मिलेगा, that discrimination is still there because लोग बोलते रहते धीरे धीरे बात आती रहती है, इंडस्ट्री में घुसती रहती है, उड़ती रहती है.
I don't want to talk about heroes, but I'm very proud of the lifestyle that I have earned on my sheer talent. I live in Mumbai. I have my own house. I live a luxurious life. And thanks to the filmmakers, web makers, my producers who have paid me so well, I don't think, I don't feel discriminated, be it creatively or monetarily. I have hardly anything to complain. I'm very optimistic, and I think that rather than demanding equality, we should command it.
Yes, absolutely.
Be it equality, respect, or money. I think I command it, and my commands are answered very well.
Absolutely. Final question, Sonali, before I leave you, because I have to ask you this. Firstly, because you are my kind of you are completely my kind of actress. I mean, I am a little bit of a thinking person. I don't really like Chantu Bantu cinema. Sorry, but okay. So what I was driving at is uh, you have worked immensely in the Marathi space. I personally feel the content in the Marathi cinema space vis-a-vis the content in the Bollywood space is zameen asman ka fark hai in dono ke beech mein. You have lovely content, be it coming out on classical singers. You have content that is based on warriors. वो मतलब warriors वगैरह यहाँ पर भी है. You will not really see एक नीलकंठ मास्टर के ऊपर फिल्म बना या बहुत सारे. I mean, I love the content in Marathi cinema. तो ये जो difference है ना, I mean, I'm not talking about the OTT space. I'm talking about the Bollywood space, which is still somehow. वही, for instance, I wouldn't really name the film. जो film अभी recently release हुआ वो बड़ी बुरी तरह से पिटा. That same old tropes, all the same old, वो सब what do you call that? जो nuances पहले फिल्मों में हुआ करती, जिस तरह से फिल्में हुआ, people they think that, I mean, mostly Bollywood filmmakers they think कि ऐसे सब चीजें डालेंगे, मसाला जिसको कहते हैं मसाला, वो डालेंगे तो फिल्म हिट हो जाएगी. तो वो मसाला पार्ट मराठी सिनेमा में नहीं होता है. तो डोंट यू think that the difference is really there?
Thank you for this huge compliment, Sandeep. Means a lot. Marathi is my mother tongue, and I'm a Maharashtrian by birth. Um, I'm not tempted to compare, but I'm definitely ready to take the compliment. I always feel that Marathi language had solid writers. They were thinkers. We have someone called Vijay Tendulkar who ruled Marathi theatre and Hindi screenplays as well. We have someone like Mahesh Elkunchwar, Satish Adekar. We had directors like Jabbar Patel sir, Sumitra Bhave, or many.
I think you have worked with Mr. Patel also.
Yes, I have.
You have worked with, yeah.
I have done 3 movies with Dr. Jabbar Patel.
Yes.
So I think in Marathi, writers and directors never feared
to explore
writing in a fearless manner. They were not.
Well, we have something in common. Even the Bengalis, a section of the Bengali filmmakers, people who actually are Bengalis and the Marathis, this is very common.
So I think Marathi writers are not tempted to write a story about a boy and a girl, how they fall in love, the opposition and the happy end. They have always written layer. They have taken layers of human life and emotions. So, and thankfully, we are in a time today where any language writers and performers are invited, are pulled in Hindi, OTT and films. So good times are here for all of us. I'm happy.
Absolutely. Sonali, let me tell you, it was a pleasure talking to you. I just loved every bit of it. And yes, the film that I was talking about was Karan Johar's Liger. Dharma Productions Liger. It was lovely. It was lovely. I simply digged it, and I really wanted to have this conversation from a very long time. Thankfully, I did it finally. Thank you so much for your time, Sonali. It was lovely.
And good luck to you too. Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, guys, this was the wonderful Miss Sonali Kulkarni. My name is Sandeep with Jihan. Thank you so much.